I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe so
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a liquor gumption. They got no tolerance. What do you think I'm out here?
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Of course. I'm pleased that we...
The material we harvested from the skeleton and the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other raps. I believe either option would suit me fine. Grafting with the matriarch feels right. The Enhanced Soldier Division was designed with Raptidons in mind, and if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this spare part off your hands for my own research.
Oh, the Raptidon matriarch will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need... Oh, now that is genius. I have just what we need, and here we are. Enough distractions, please. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness?
Pain? Doc, pain is for other people. I don't know what exactly I'm feeling right now, but if you've got any more, this was one of your better ideas.
According to my readings, it is stable. But I see we have a...
Will do, Doc. And you, Commander.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment.
Hello again. What can I do for you?
A little good news to brighten your day. Local Protectorate forces have been considerably vexed for some time by a troublesome Zeranium gas leak in their repair facility. Top brass, sources tell, ordered their commander see it sorted in short order. Well, a brief while ago, our field agents exacerbated the problem further. Hazardous gas plumes have proliferated the area, making automech reinforcements damn near impossible. One might easily suppose this signifies utter failure on the part of their commander, and only hope it signals the imminent end of his command. Now, on to other things.
You again.
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox.
Esculape? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Void-damned Protectorate brutality, that's what. The Consul sent a sentinel to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. The cipher, right. I managed to memorize it before I was nabbed. 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Kind of you to offer, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm not planning to rely on actual munitions, but I thank you for the offer. All the same, I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon, I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wire.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would...
What do you propose?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit.
Excellent work. I see why Zebulon liked having you around. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you? That it was my decision. And I was at peace. The bravest thing I ever did was start thinking for myself.
Good luck, Audra.
Likewise.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Say, you've got your alien planting corollary in my invasive species fish paste.
You're a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type. Try it. Despite the countless...
Give Zeb no better way, no better. Give Zeb my best.
It's like
Hope he enjoys the
sour
light show.
milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great!
Everyone knows Salubrious concoctions aren't supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish Restorative Elixir. Additional health benefits, none of the delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, it's twice the fun.
That's tobacco.
Rubber candy.
That's tobacco.
It holds it cough and bothers you. Don't worry, you can chew it too.
You've returned, but... Hold a moment. What in the blazes was that? What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, and you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. Do you think I don't know that? Was she at least able to give you... I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost. But perhaps I was...
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changed.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. Customers? Oh, you mean patrons. And I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Never fear. Next time, I fully intend to involve you in said trouble before.
Reckon I like the sound.
The Protectorate will no doubt wish to. Just need to pack my things and I'll depart. Best not to stay in any one location for too long.
It's tobacco.
Delicious candy.
It's tobacco.
Get your candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
Tobacco.
sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. This
Got time for a debrief, Commander?
is aspiring to climb the rungs of their department.
Feels
Maybe
good,
to
don't it?
ascend swiftly.
Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth Directorate. Pretty sure Val can give you something for that. It's easy to focus on all that's going wrong, but wins ought to be celebrated too.
Make the most of what you are. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink.
No. Trust, I learned my lesson there. On Triangular, might have suggested going for drinks somewhere they don't come with fuel, but here, shucks, Commander. I'm gonna get top. Thanks again for...
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
Chemically flavored, nutrient-free, with just a dash of ambidextrine.
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
It's loaded with additives and preservatives, made with 100% real artificial purple coloring, and has a little added kick to get you going in the morning.
Hurry now, don't wait your turn. Just take a ride on the purple worm.
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Yes, it's the only tequila that'll pick you up and never let you down. Try Purple Berry Tequila today.
Shake a tough day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink Purple Berry tequila. Make the most of what you earn. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink Purple Berry tequila.
Play hard so you work a little harder. Sobriety won't make you any smarter.
So have another purple berry, have another purple berry, have another purple berry tequila.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice, building a better Eden where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Greetings to our Order of the Ascendant listeners. We here at Auntie's Choice have the same sensibilities as you in the Order, and we wish for you to join forces with us. We all want what's best, and we aren't satisfied by what nature has produced. We can do better. Let's do better together.
And now, back to it. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat. A
more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made with Crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat. Crabble doesn't have to be a threat to consume, but eat it before we treat it and you'll end up dead soon. Don't try to make your own Crabble repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave fresh Crabble to your favorite aunt. It's better once it's passed through her industrial plant. Wild Crabble's fine for a lubricant. If you heard you can't eat 'em, yup, it's true you can't. Crab witch, consume at your own risk. Crab witch, it tastes almost decent. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Auntie's Choice values its employees. You represent a significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's proudly show our appreciation by spotlighting our new employee of the fiscal quarter, Desmond Buchanan Milver Street, for his outstanding service on Paradise Island. Milver Street orchestrated a propaganda-driven initiative which, aided by an outsourced contractor, turned potential protectorate ballistics, all without firing a single expensive bullet or risking anti-troops and the expense of their unfortunately contractual medical care. Quite the feel-good corporate interest story. If only Security Commander Babylon Carr had tried
Commander,
such creative tactics.
the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the order have been verified. Landing it. Additionally, we are also able to... Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. The Protectorate abandoned it. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process
Or an afternoon treat. With some lunch, or eaten with lunch. There's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K. More authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me. And as always, it is parasite free.
new shipment of swill. Gave it.
Mind your own
Keep an eye
illicit
out
business,
for
and
snitches.
I'll mind
We got
mine.
a good thing going.
No time to chit-chat. More than a mic. Busy.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Greetings. What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS Free Market. Could Auntie's Choice have succeeded where order experiments failed? Oh, do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but as an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge. You're correct. Unfortunately, I'll take that question. If some independent... That's great. Converse with the locals, peer into I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are... Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not... Take a look around.
At the junction of opportunity and run.
Blades, bludgeons. Hey, you smell gunpowder? Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, just jesting. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these rifts. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows...
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it!
Present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending...
Get caught unawares all you like. Look, everyone else, tell me what you need. Booming now. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. It sure was a Exactly. Can do.
Trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job, VPs. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice. You've let yourself slide, feeling down.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
The only loser is the shirker who quits. Your problems can be solved if you spend more bits. Try and try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later.
Buy from me? Listen, I know. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. No. Chips decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation? You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such a course of action. Be happy to show.
It's Auntie's Choice.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Try and try, never settle for less. It's It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do. These cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice.
Hello once more. Oh, I prefer to... You can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it... Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take an Auntie's choice. There's Paula. My colleague sabotaged the engine. Well, just about everyone died. Yeah. Anyway, can we get back to... Well, none taken.
Error. Roach sales grandstanding not found. If you became violently ill after what made this unit negative? When last seen, all wear.
Testing to do. These cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice.
Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls.
Up to no good.
I might not know what all my... If you're in need of sprucing up the... Used to be... Had a lot of... Turned out to be generic. I got rag.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience.
Stranger, seen my...
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how... I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand-make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter? Right. Moving on. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there, within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming. They see to the few needs they have by working with the bro. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Great.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps when I was an apprentice, yes. I shall meet you at the camp.
Can't chit-chat. I got a line on something big at the
Do we know each other? Let's say we don't.
I'm like,
In a chemical plant.
Oh, come now, Prosper. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. You've identified me properly. I'm in charge of keeping the my resolve is uncharacteristic. Liquid courage is never... You see, Now, if...
It's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's all when something's broken ahead.
I shall see you at the refugee camp. Hopefully they shan't be chagrined by my presence.
Tidally locked moon, some greenhorn ripped the vow. Chemical plant gloom, brown sludge flooded the place. That manager chanced the taste. He didn't survive, but now we've got instant for slow pay. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's all when sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear. And he asked for a new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their brains. Presenting lift-off laxative parade.
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? As a treat.
Hats off to our workers.
Did you ask Dowling for a person?
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment.
Valued underlings, your Auntie Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest demotions report, starting with Aster Fiskwich, senior copywriter in invasive marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too Tausetti for the vibrant Arcadian market. You've gone stale, Aster. We can't exactly skip drive you back home, so you're demoted to Assistant VP of Vending Stock. Let's see if you can keep the sprat
Can't
crisps
say I'm...
fresh.
Anyhow, was there something you need? Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in. And as you've seen, that guy...
Management. Dress codes for everyone's benefit, Russ. No shoes, no smock, no whole-side office with an Elysium view. Wear something nice and student-proof for your new role as executive
Commander.
drainage manager.
Caught me cogitating. I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Val's old, in automatic years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further.
I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer.
Replace Val? I'd sooner give up another limb.
The only airlocks fit for trash disposal are those far from my office. Nothing ruins a view like a constellation of Sisty Bits bags. Now
Val's... Look, I haven't gotten my wires crossed. I know she's all coils and no feeling. But haven't you ever grown attached to something that can't love you back? Well, to each their own then. Anyway, I find working on Val relaxed. That's it exactly. Everything... Val saved my life after... Anyway, I'm taking a...
Next up, something...
Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Yeah, suppose you're right. They'd have matched wits well. It was less merger, and I don't have... And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire city. Always up for a little backfence talk. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She's still got more loyal... Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind?
We've got your candy. That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
Get you started young. It's twice the fun.
Careful now. Oh, you sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
We're talking candy.
That's tobacco.
You love a candy.
That's tobacco.
If folded coffin bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too.
That's tobacco. Smoke out tobacco.
Notice, the following points of interest have been identified. Alexander Monastery.
Didn't realize we were going so close to the action.
Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. The plan, this is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
Cause it's your candy.
That's tobacco.
Your favorite candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
It's tobacco.
Delicious candy.
It's tobacco.
Get your candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
That's tobacco. Candy. Tobacco.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay: if it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Anti all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP. His muscle seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, the secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know.
Then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars.
The plan can wait.
These
Our
are
lines
the
will not.
stars,
Good subjects
emitting
arrive
mostly blue and
15 minutes
invisible
early to avoid
ultraviolet
missing
light.
their tram.
So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I would think the listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves, but if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Neutronodiscar, the famous photographer. The methodology of the Odiscar chronospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone.
Please continue waiting
And there
quietly
you have it.
until the next tram arrives.
So go forth, neophytes, and as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of the library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering
Unless you're
rattletrap.
bent on exploring,
Such threats
best we
can
hook it
hold
over to
no
Matriarch's
longer.
mercy and meet with
I
that
know
avid
answer
facade
to
agent.
no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy Camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them. Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying. Thank you.
Be careful, Commander. Look at him. Come at.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. Axiom denatured protein slab contains exactly the amount of protein your body can process at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the Order of the Ascendant. Ever bear in mind, we are molecular machines, our bodies a tuft of atoms, our minds a result of chemical reactions, our lives predestined along paths clear only in retrospect. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your...
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Welcome to Matriarch. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. I thought the name. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. Safety and probability are incompatible. Our predictions spring from the only a fool. That's enough. You need...
I remember this place before the war. Functioning Tremicula's. Peaceful silence. If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables, and then we solve for the... oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.772455385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and or attempt at conversation. Ah, distraction. The abbot felt to show how the Crabble Patty... I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. They must be according to life out. We have, but if my data... then back... algorithmic dissonance? Don't like the sound of it.
My soup is new. Some people bread with soup.
Why, the very idea is preposterous.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recall libations right at the thrust.
Apologies, outsider. Lately, the abbot has... You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but, well, if it's in the display spec... Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, I frequently launch into extended... As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a... I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive point, never as many as I would like. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Ruth, by calculating the position of every...
Where do we go now? What happened to this place? Where do we go now?
Reality.
Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict with an 8.23 margin of error.
Have you come to that?
Stop it with the predictions.
By the law.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, you must be the, allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less...
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that? Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder. Rift worshippers spouting inane. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a... As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Wouldn't choosing levity at a moment like this is...
I don't dispute the need for... Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning the... One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a... I knew I could rely upon you. Here, take this writ of investigative... Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest. Illuminating the path to true erudition is...
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Not half as much as we value our benevolent overlord. Ain't that right, Val?
Error. Unable to interpret query due to unidentified actor.
No, it's not like that at all. In fact...
I won't trouble our good agent here with the
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. That is a statue of the matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Mon...
Oh, certainly.
Haha, good.
Commands are delivered by complex punch cards that process information stored on data bricks. Only an operator wielding the Calcaduceus may set the archive to its...
You have an abundance of valid options for your next mission destination, Commander. N-ray range, Zeranium manufacturing, or
control, a loss not only for scientism, but all of humanity.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 9. Well, if the Archivist said so, as the assigned you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The Order of the Ascendant, if I can help others with the great disruption that has occurred, appreciate you.
Since we recorded this episode, the thermal transfer system size increased from 4,367.89 kilometers to 4,067.87.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten it.
Thus, if we compare...
Do you believe Arcadia...
Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Do not worry when things become complicated.
Let's get him over with!
Standing by with Mark.
Sorry, ain't ready yet. How are you? Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary, calculating the center of gravity of a shape possessing concavity, or a shape with manifold convexity. You can manage any such complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Prepare for profundity. The moment's at hand for another installment of Ask Vicar with Vicar Meg Sai. A listener asks, why did the Order split from the Protectorate? Well, this is certainly a well-worn question. Must be from a fresh Auntie's Choice convert or the like.
Oh, always eager to cover old ground for a new student.
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
By delusions of godhood, distracted by grief,
laboratory
obsessed with
mishaps,
risk. He failed to foresee the real threat of corporate incursion, while his counsel increased the browbeating of their subjects into ideological submission. Without the guidance of the grand plan and the matriarch's original vision, the Protectorate is lost. We did not abandon them.
Hello?
They
Someone
abandoned the plan.
Keep put.
Yes?
Much
Is the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Zeranium Manufactory 7, presently and for an indeterminate time, is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... This is Factor Metadier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot?
Yes, right over here. So, the abbot deigned to... Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? All within the Order are equal parts of the equation. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I'll send word you're en route. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. Initial evidence, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down. Your supposition, although grammatically dubious, is statistically correct. Our suspect, one, though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay an understandable. I admit I'm to her. May fate and fortune converge.
It evidently originated here. A transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges.
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability, if we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame it quite. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile Zeranium to collection points in a spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer door. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Fervent professments of innocence mostly. I suppose spies must build up a flair for histrionics. At any rate, I have work to do, and you have a saboteur to eliminate, yes? Whatever for. I suppose some limit. I'll be in my office.
And a 17.
We're still in lockdown, so I take it you failed to.
But before you succumb to a.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable
Now, this is important. Would you describe the glycerine as slavering? When it attacked, how much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
Next up. Well,
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked, I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. Measure that, maybe.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars are wrong? They're hardly prone.
involuntary self-injury.
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for... And who is that you... Another Earth Director.
Is she talking about me?
Oh, my. That Earth Directorate support mech is a design. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Since you haven't, I do hope you've reconsidered. Or that you find her single-minded belief I'm to blame here as equally mystifying as I do. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. I didn't mean that to happen. They came at me, weapons drawn. You see, years ago, I attended an introductory course at the Physical Education Center. I earned top marks. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we work folk around the manufactory consider the proctor, I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. All right, fair. Appreciate your help, dear. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Investigator?
Do so appreciate your help, dear.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow. You can count on me, and I can...
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Glad those nuts.
Always account for standard deviation.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan. Transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Accomplished colleagues, please clear the next 1.7 minutes of your academic calendar for a compact dissertation on current events from Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassard.
Fellow Ascendants, it is not hyperbole to state we live in perilous times for scientism. Spatial anomalies, incursive corporatists, our divisive division from the Protectorate. Not an ideal course of events, yet none represents the peril of which I speak. We cannot choose our trials, only predict them and prepare. We have done both with usual efficiency. Our greatest enemy is distraction. We must not let events...
Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded about that.
Incongruence with the grand plan. That way lies...
Our Earth Directorate, friend. Hello,
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. You suspect me somehow?
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find?
And the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without
I suppose the data wipe was meant to cover their trail. The physical records would have been altered, dear, presumably by some difficult to decide. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched, but still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
Are there really two outcomes? Is there not one?
I can speak to the coordinate override. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
Now we come to one of the most difficult.
Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the...
Flip the coin. Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward?
May all your theories prove true.
And proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still...
Svoboda sure has it out for that initiative. Guess I will too if Alva had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distributions. We are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations.
I mean, they must have believed their plan was
Ready to wait.
Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our analysts to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probabilities are not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to emergency protocols ready. Which lead to tragedy. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Give any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Ancient Order acolytes perfect.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. And well, again, careful on your way. May all your theories prove true.
You may cease your search for complete lunchtime fulfillment, for it has arrived. You are welcome. From the Order of the Ascendant. An ease-setting witticism to confer to colleagues at nighttime. The universal equation should maturate more rapidly.
May all your theories prove true.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations
Let's run!
Fortifying. This unit usually awaits repair.
You have my back. Hit him hard!
Health benefits available at your request. As indicated.
Investigator.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
And now, construction compelling yet...
Yes. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by. What else might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? Well, as a fellow student of science, we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little. Tremendous. Made deliberate endeavors. Yes, I had my fill of stochastic uncertainty today.
Human companion. If you seek conversation. This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Brings us closer to solving the universal equation. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
One thing that you have to know, irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be? Infinite, a measure of mystery. Unveils the key to larger symmetry. must progress. Irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be? Beating heart, another without end. Correct in the dividend. Accept it, and you can easy. A positive externality. A positive externality. A positive externality. One thing you can plainly see accepted in this infinity. Can it be a positive externality? One thing the irrational term accepted in the calculation. Can it be? Can result in explanations. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be?
Ah, you're back. I see my Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state. And my internal levels of disquiet with the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with... Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations. Can't miss it. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am fully You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time and... quite right. I am...
Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple-berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's...
Good morning. Good afternoon.
The spread of this parasite includes a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for Auntie's Choice. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Auntie's Choice going forward. I know that may offend some of my more literal-minded colleagues, but I digress. The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed, in a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purple-berry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's record. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry of an infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PvP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage, simply worm-like creatures with outsized pincer-like mandibles, which then feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purpleberry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants to spread farther and grow better than uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite and hardly affected by it to any large amount. But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PvP worms disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree that the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling of the
Always account for standard deviation.
and most of the person's gastrointestinal. Human casualty rates were 40%, even when reluctantly given medical attention by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics.
Oh, hello, dear.
That offers no benefit
Why,
to the
we were
dying
just...
patient.
Or specific.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
However, given the purpleberry's non-zero nutritional value and low growing costs, impatient Auntie's Choice administration officials directed their labs to
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I wholeheartedly agree. I'm sufficiently...
Wait a minute. You're going to what?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
was found that contained a reference to anisakid nematodes, or salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these.
Yes, I concur. You are far more capable.
I am a dedicated agent of the Order. I am Marisol Delgado.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the endpoint.
Although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and
I arrived decades ago to lie low after
The rumors about your department. They say if there are any hints of truth to that. I find it
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
that you are who you are and are standing right, but I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live parasite-free. But in any case, Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their...
It's sweet that you think you can stop me, but I'll elucidate this for you. At this point, you'll either need to trust me or back that worm Svoboda. That ridiculous little functionary upended my existence. For 20 years, I was Alva. It wasn't a good life I had here, but it was quiet. It was mine.
This would mean standing against a member of the Order. A mid-ranking one, at that. I cannot be party to...
A wise Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone. Svoboda has much...
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered... This would be an ideal time to confess
You can't possibly be party to...
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation. I appreciate your practice. Enough, traitor. No more deception. No more lies.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Sure, I could use a few ticks off my... And don't let that one stray outside your peripheral.
Excellent. So, Abbott Newell sent you to my manufactory to lower tensions with Auntie's Choice, I take it. Have you tried talking with them directly? Good, good. The order has been made out to be in the wrong here. It would be I'm not hearing a question. Sometimes, with purpose. When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations... Some were... proprietary. Often, whatever's on your mind. Oh, I am a dedicated member of... Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years.
Information free of I mentioned I was tasked to influence pivotal events. To keep the solving of the equation on, Dorado appealed to me because our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth, to put it mildly. May all...
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here.
Tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
The future of nourishment is here.
May all your endeavors elicit optimal
Shelf-stable
results.
and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt.
Hello! I'm here often. Goodbye. This unit enjoys our banter.
Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Generating problems, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the Senior Tenured Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago while still in diapers. But no matter. I have been called many things, and repetitious is one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative, if you can believe that. So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition is this. Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set n2, then a prime is any number in the set n2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set n2. A simple definition. Elegant, even. Uplifting. Almost ascendant, you could say. But not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked, why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person.
Please keep your... Try not to deviate from the norm.
Prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask. What good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them.
Freelancer, please
But
report to
there
your
are
assigned
also,
area and do not interrupt
say,
current operations.
Practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on an ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions.
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
One such question is this.
I do not believe you have clearance to be
Set
here.
N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so.
Halt! What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of anti-joint.
That differ by only 2 in their value.
Investigating
That
hostile
seems
intentions.
unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numenistics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant
Audio
goal.
log of Chief Exploitation Behavioralist DeWitt.
And good day.
This
Ready to
is
assist with
entry
agent's
number
health
8
needs.
of my scrapper preventative fieldwork. Unfortunately, it seems my heavy metal detritus drops mixed into the adrenotime cancels the intoxicating effects that the scrappers
Ratcheting up
crave.
my
The
aggression.
leader was first to the drops-enhanced injections that I conspicuously left for them. And he ran through all 24 in barely a minute trying to cure the urge. He ceased, turning steely gray, and then succumbed to some sort of severe blood poisoning. Though I'm confident it's completely unrelated to my heavy metal detritus drops. Now the rest are in a frenzy, hunting for...
Rico, attack, now!
Hello. I didn't reckon you'd find me way up... Oh, no. I had nothing to do with... I said, no, please, please. Ah!
Where the wires go, I should scrap. The wires? You ain't take them, Cogs.
No, not me. Gotta be Fulci and Switch. Those two are always... I'll handle this. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
It means your proof is ended. Publication is recommended. Cordero demonstrandum. Hard to recall. Gears and
Torpificator at...
Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Coward! You'd never have bested me without subterfuge!
You've checked your word.
And I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
Verified your data. Send in your proof. Don't wait for
A not friendly life form detected.
You've crossed.
Your gallery unit requires service.
The only thing that's left is QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Thank you, dear.
Resuming hostilities.
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
A roguish comical remark discovered upon a child. And his choice and the Protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts the most. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally? I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...